Guys, welcome. I used to actually work for TransUnion, guys. So I'm probably maybe one in like 12 in the nation that is in this space of personal and business credit consulting that actually worked for a bureau. That's why I give you guys the real deal. So first, and I want to do, this is one thing that's holding a lot of you guys back. I didn't realize it. When we say business credit building, right? A lot of you guys are like, well, I don't have a great big business. I still have a full-time job. I don't have a bunch of employees. I don't have 20 cars on Turo. I don't have 50, houses that I'm renting out. Guys, please understand this. A business, like based on like the IRS, like their actual like verbiage for what a business is, all it means is that you have the intent to make money selling like a product or a service. Why am I telling you guys that? You can, even like when I already had my business when I bought the car, but you guys, I did a video on how to buy a car in your business name. Guys, you can do that while still having a W-2. You can build business credit while still being employed full time, guys. You can build business credit as even like your extra stream of income while you're working on your personal credit. I'm going to dispel some myths as we go through, right? So real quick, I'm going to go through why business credit is important, fundability and credibility, some mistakes, right, that I see new people who are building business owners make. And then I'm going to go through, why this is a benefit to you. Let me say this. Number one, guys, you can have a 400 credit score. What kind of credit score, Terry? You guys can have a 400 credit score and start building business credit right now. That's actually one of the benefits, guys, because if you have really, really, really bad personal credit, there is a way through a tier system to build up business credit, and you can build it up so much faster. Guys, always remember, for negative credit for personal, it can be reported for 7 years. 7 years, right? Negative credit. Most lenders are going to look at the last 24 months, or rebuilding could be 2 to 3 to 4 years. Guys, business credit, you can build it all the way up in like a good 3 to 6 months. If you do it the right way. And I have some people in here on Credit Leverage Lifestyle, guys. We have people that are like at $90,000, $80,000 worth of credit in the very first 90 days. So what I'm telling you is everything you need, the actual facts. So number one, why is building business credit important? Much higher amounts, better terms, utilization doesn't matter. There's much more flexibility, right? There's fintech companies, we'll talk about that. But also you can build it with even having bad credit, and you can build it if you don't have a great big business. If you guys are just doing lashes, like everybody doing lashes, right? I need somebody to do my lashes. If you're doing lashes, you're just renting one car, you're selling dinners, you're writing resumes, all of those things are a business. All of you guys should be incorporating. So please take this, because somebody's not starting and you need to just actually incorporate right now, okay? So those are some of the benefits. Now, step number one is the credibility part. Y'all stop fighting me on this. So many people are like, well, I'm a sole proprietor. I'm a DBA. If you want to get the big money, somebody say big money. I'm not going to say nothing else until somebody types in the comments big money. Y'all quiet tonight. Y'all don't want big money? Y'all don't want big money? Somebody say, big, there we go. So she was like, I want some more information. There we go. Well, I'm not sure if there's a delay either, child. So guys, if you really want to qualify for the big money, then you need to do the fundability piece correctly. I promise you, one of the number one reasons why I see people getting denied for business credit is because things are not congruent, not matching everywhere. It's literally like the success is in the details. Write that down. Put the success is in the details, because business credit lenders want to confirm that you are a legitimate business, not like somebody that's like, they want to know, are you a legitimate business or is this just like a hobby, right? And guys, it can be a hobby. Nobody says it's not, but you need to look fundable on paper. So step number one, guys, is always to incorporate. We are in January 2022, guys. Don't hold off on that step. Either do it yourself or hire an attorney, or guys, just go ahead and do the use incorporate.com or InkFile. Did you hear me? Incorporate.com or InkFile. Okay, yes, yes, Precious Brown. Look, I can see y'all names and everything. Oh, I think I like this. I might do some more workshops. I'm hot, yo. How come I didn't we got a lot of stuff to cover. All right, guys, so it's to get incorporated. Guys, that incorporation piece right there, that is critical, because your business needs to be registered with the state for you guys to qualify for a lot of the big money. Guys, it can cost anywhere between like $100 to like $500. Like, it's not super crazy at all, depending on the packages. So I actually use myself, me. My business right now was incorporated by incorporate.com. Yes, y'all. Like they did my articles of incorporation, they registered with the state. Let me tell you why. And I need to hang here for a minute because this is one thing you guys are not doing. And also a real quick nugget right here. Some of you guys have an entity already. Maybe you had it a long time ago and maybe it's not in good standing anymore. Guys, that also gives you like the length of time you've been in business. Let's say you guys had a coaching business or a car rental business or a t-shirt business 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and it's been incorporated, but you haven't done anything with it, guys, go back and revisit that because sometimes you can just actually go ahead and do the paperwork or pay the fees or whatever it is to kind of get it in good standing again. And now you have an entity in good standing that has also been incorporated for a year or 2 years or 3 years. That just freed somebody, okay? So go back and incorporate get any other old businesses in good standing. Now, guys, the reason why I use incorporate.com is because even though I can kind of do it on my own, a lot of you guys are like, I can go to the Secretary of State, I can do it on my own. I promise you guys, this is where it's too important. If one I is not dotted, if one T is not crossed, later on down the line when you need some funding, like there may be some information that it was not done properly, and that's going to mess you all the way up. So I'm saying here for a reason, get incorporated because that's part of credibility, right? The credibility and fundability piece, that means being incorporated, non-negotiable, getting your EIN, guys, even if you don't have employees. There's people on this live at all different levels. The people who have been following me, you know some of this stuff. Let it be a refresher, or sometimes you guys are still getting denied credit because you really haven't done all the steps. So write yourself a list and make sure that it's actually done. Action item. Even if you're incorporated, guys, look your business up for your state. Florida, Pennsylvania, wherever you guys are at, Delaware, whatever, Nevada, look your business up and make sure that the name, the address, and all the information is actually matching what you're putting on applications and everything right now. Who do you use to build your business, website? Oh, I use GoDaddy. My websites right now, everything are all through GoDaddy. I probably have like 15 something domains. Guys, every time I think that I'm going to do something, this is a nugget. And mind you, this will be interactive. Like, this is my very first live. Like, we're about to rock out. Can y'all rock out with me tonight? Like, I'm going to give y'all all this stuff, but this is going to be interactive because I think I like this. So if you guys are asking me questions, I'm going to answer the questions too. Hey, Lacey from Jersey. Hey, Jersey. Hey, tri-state area. So I just use GoDaddy, guys. There's a video on my YouTube called How to Set Up Your Business Correctly in 10 Days. Guys, that video is critical to everybody on this live, whether you've been in business credit building for a while or not. The reason being is because in the description of that video, guys, I have all of the websites for a bunch of places that I recommend, right? Now, am I saying it's everybody? No, but I'll say like GoDaddy for website, or Wix for for website, Grasshopper for phone, hey, ATL, like Opus for, your virtual office, right? So if you really need help, number one, watch that video, how to set up your business correctly in 10 days. Well, number one, subscribe. Number two, watch that video, my business credit building playlist. Guys, if you go to the business credit building playlist and literally just watch the videos in order, you will be a whole beast out in these streets. Who wants to be a beast out in these streets? Put beast out in these streets in the comments. But I want to be a beast. So I just have GoDaddy. The reason why my website still looks like super amazing is because I just bought the domain, guys, from GoDaddy, and then I hired a graphic designer to actually build it out. So guys, the actual websites are sometimes like $10, $15. You guys are not getting the website, and you're not getting your professional emails for something that's like less than $20. Don't let that be the thing that denies you for business credit. What do you use it? Oh yeah, so GoDaddy. Do you have to get a new cell phone for business? Absolutely. So guys, if y'all want to be a beast, thank you so much. Y'all better be interactive. Y'all want a bunch of these lives because I think I like this. Y'all know I like this. But yes, you want to be a beast out in these streets. Y'all laughing at me. So but yes, you do want to get a separate phone number. So guys, that's another thing. So number one, incorporate. Number two, EIN, whether you have employees or not. Guys, your EIN to your business is like your social security number to you. So it is the identifier for your business. And when you're filling out applications, you want your business to eventually be able to stand on its own. It's going to be with its EIN, okay? Then right away, you also want to get like your DUNS. You also want to have your website. The reason why you have to have your website, guys, even if you don't build it all the way out, is because you want to have a professional phone number, professional email. Did you hear me? You must. It is like one of the things that they look at heavy, guys, having a professional email. So what does that mean? If my business is, ABC Consulting, I don't want my email address to be, abcconsulting@gmail, abcconsulting at AOL, abcconsulting at Yahoo. I want it to be info@ABC Consulting. Do you guys see what I did? And how you get that ABC Consulting is by buying a domain name. Guys, that sets you apart heavy. Now, why am I telling you that? Because we're talking about the big money, right? You can get small things like vendor accounts, but when you want these business lines of credit, business loans, you want to get these cars in your business's name, guys, the lenders want to know that you invested in your business. We're going to talk real too. I'm not one of the people, y'all see them business credit webinars, and they all got the same slides, saying the same things. Not over here. I do this for real, okay? Now, I'm going to tell you guys the real deal because I work with actual lenders. And everybody on here in Credit Leverage Lifestyle, they know that I bring actual lenders on here for real. So what that means is that a business doesn't want to, like a lender doesn't want to give you business credit if you haven't even spent $25 to get your domain name and to get your professional email. Does that make sense, guys? Like, I want to make sense to you because some of you guys are like, why I gotta do all that? There's a reason behind it. And the one blessing in it, though, and I just gotta be me, right? The one blessing in it is that you just gotta do it one time. Take the time to do fundability steps one good time, and then you never have to do it again, okay? So incorporate EIN. And now real quick about incorporating. Everybody talks about the address. Lord, y'all be stressing me in these streets about this address. So let me say this. They really don't want to see a P.O. box. They really don't want to see a home address. They really don't want to see, you are amazing. Because of you, I got 60,000 in business credit in the last 7 days watching you. You better go ahead. Let me read that comment again. And what's your name? Because it's abbreviated. They said, you are amazing. Because of you, I just got $60,000 in business credit in the last 7 days. Come on, somebody. Like, seriously, I'm telling you what I know. Make sure afterwards you go to the link in the go to my description. Look, if I did it right, y'all. To sign up for a strategy session or Credit Leverage Lifestyle or my business credit builder program. If you guys think you're getting value from the free stuff, y'all should realize what I do when I went with my actual programs. And guess what? That's $60,000. You can invest that in getting in a program so I can make you 6 and 7 figures. Come on, somebody. All right. So for the addresses, guys, you really don't want to have a home address. You really don't want to have a P.O. box address. You really don't want to have a UPS address. Guys, I don't make the rules, okay? I'm just letting you know what I know. And so you can get the virtual address, guys, and then incorporate. That way, when you're incorporating, guys, you're using the virtual address and you don't have to go back and change it everywhere. That freed somebody. You can get the virtual address because remember, the virtual address, they don't care about your business name and all that. You can change all that later on. But this way, when you incorporate, if you have the virtual address already, then you can get your virtual address, your business bank account, your EIN, your DUNS already with that business address. Now, if you made a mistake, if you already have your business and you made a mistake, guys, just go back and correct it. Make a list. I'm starting with the Secretary of State, then I'm doing the EIN, and I'm doing my business bank accounts. It must match everywhere. It must match everywhere for funding, guys. That is literally one of the reasons, the number one reason why I see people getting denied. That's a big mistake. So do all those things. Get the domain name, even if you don't build the website out, so you have the professional email. Somebody talked about the phone number on here. Yes, guys, you want to have a separate phone number. These are 3 of my 5 phones right here. Guys, 3 of the 5, okay? Because I use one for I use this one for credit jumpstart. This one is my personal one. This is actually, look, I'm telling all my business on here. Do y'all see this A8? This is a Galaxy A8. We're gonna talk real for a second. This is a Galaxy A8. Now I have a note. I have an iPhone 12 Pro Maxi thing. I don't even know where it's at. Do you guys know I've created my entire YouTube channel on this Galaxy A8? Come on, somebody. And my YouTube is one of my 20 streams of income. You know why? Because I'm not tech savvy, as you all saw from the first live. And so I don't know how to work it on the bigger phones. And so literally with just this phone, this is literally the phone I've made my 373 videos on, not even the new big one. When something is for you, something is for you. That was for somebody on here. When you're working in your gift, in your purpose, and you really are having a spirit of service, God will bless your walk. All right, so let's go back. So do the credibility pieces because those things are going to set you apart from most of business owners. I know people have been in business 5 and 10 and 15 years that don't have a business bank account, don't have a website, don't have an EIN. You must get, somebody said, wow, real talk. Y'all know I don't fluff on here. Like I don't fluff at all. That literally is the phone. Now my team, I have all this equipment downstairs and they're coming to set up a studio for me in-house. but I still haven't used any of it because I don't know how to. All right, so that's not my gift. So guys, so get a separate phone number. Yes. Now I use Grasshopper. Guys, you can get an 800 number from a bunch of different places. It's not even like a toll free. So separate phone number is the best, right? A separate toll-free number is better. Did you hear me? I have a toll-free number. You don't necessarily have to do that, but you don't want it to be your actual home phone number, or your same cell phone number. You want it to actually be different. Going a step above, guys, is registering your phone number with 411. Always remember, like you are a mini, you have your personal credit, and you want your entity, guys, to actually like be like a mini you, right? You want to be able to stand on its own. So you want everything to be separate, That means building it up the same exact way, guys. So have a separate phone, listing it on 411. Guys, I'm going to take it a step further. Is it on your LinkedIn? Is it on Yelp? Is it on your social media? The more data points, look, I'm about to fall over. The more data points, the bigger the digital footprint for your business, the more credible you'll look on paper. Because guess what? Sometimes they'll Google your business. You're asking a lender for a $100,000 line of credit. They will be like, okay, well, let's Google ABC Consulting. If ABC Consulting does not come up anywhere, you think you're getting a $100,000 line of credit? We're going to talk real for a minute because I have videos on my channel to tell you all this stuff, right? And I'm going to break it down. But it's the small things you guys are missing the logic of why to do it, why you're not getting the money. All right, so all those things. Get a fax number. That also sets you apart, guys. I have eFax. eFax is like $16 a month. And guess what, y'all? Each one of these items, so say your website, your virtual office, your separate phone number, all those things, it's a what? Business expense. Come on, somebody. So at the end of the year, you're writing it all off as a business expense anyway. Guys, when it becomes a well-oiled machine, the business funds the business. The business funds the business. So you do the credibility piece, you're doing the fundability piece, right? And this is where also you're going to get it done. Whether you're using Experian, like, it doesn't matter. Always remember, Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, and Equifax. Those three guys are the top three main credit bureaus. I'm seeing most lenders use Experian and Dun & Bradstreet. I'm gonna say something about Google Voice because somebody said here I use Google Voice. It's been red flagged for some lenders. Like some lenders don't even like that. Like they like it to be an actual. So it's just going to depend because I'll get people in the comments will say, "Well, I use my home address and I've gotten this and that and whatever." This is what I'm saying to you guys. If you want to position yourself to be credible for the majority of lenders to get more funding, to have more options, then you do these steps. If there's any steps that you're missing, go back and fix it. My best friend is Fiverr, right? What is that? Somebody put Fiverr in the comments if you can. If you don't have the money for a great big team to do something, guys, Fiverr, you can get people to do like your website, whatever, for like $5 or $10 or $15, like these college students or whatever. Fiverr is a great website, especially for my elite 10 people on here, that when you're building your business and you don't have a bunch of money to do all these things, you can use somebody on Fiverr to do it. Guess what else, guys? Thank you so much. Thinking like a virtuous woman. I love y'all. Thank you so much. Guys, guess how else I built my business in the very beginning? Interns and bartering. Some of y'all are missing it. Guys, I launched my business using interns, right? Making the phone calls, helping with folders, all those kinds of things. And then also by using bartering. So let me give you a real quick example. I needed a website, and the guy that needed a website needed some credit repair. So I remember in the very, very beginning, my very first version of my website, I was like, well, hey, if you do my website, I'll repair your credit. He was like, cool. Guys, it was a win-win for both of us, and neither one of us had to spend any money. Guys, use your resources. One thing that is different about my channel is strategy. I don't just spit out to you guys what you need to do. I'll help you with some of the resources to actually get it done. I know. What did you say, Paulie? Hey, Tara, I used to have a UPS mailbox, and I was getting denied for certain vendor accounts and the business credit cards. And now I have a mailbox through FedEx authorized shipper, and she also does DHL. I would still say that, so good, Paulie, but mind you, if you're still on tier 1 and tier 2 accounts, they have a lower level of liability. You really want to have a commercial address, you want to have a business physical address, a brick and mortar address, or the good, reputable, guys, virtual addresses. Let me just say this. All virtual address companies are not created equal. I heavily endorse Opus because I like that they bundle certain things so that you can get the virtual address. You can get, I think, a receptionist, guys. You can get a phone number, all those things for one price. Whereas some of the other ones like DaVinci and Alliance. God, I'm new to YouTube Live. Am I supposed to be saying their names, y'all? Am I going to get in trouble for saying their names? I hope not. Yeah, so quick plan, tax return on quick credit. Okay. And so yeah, so I use them over some of the other ones because it can be a little bit like a lot of expenses, right? But guys, I'm hitting this part hard because everything else is easy. Always remember, put it in buckets. Credibility is making your business. No, right? Y'all laughing. Y'all like, oh, I'm supposed to be saying the company's names. I don't know the YouTube rules. YouTube don't flag me. I don't know no better. I don't know. I'm saying the company's names on here. So credibility is the one thing, making your business credible. Fundability is the second thing, having the digital footprint, having everything look professional. And then all you're doing, guys, is you're doing tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and tier 4. Write that down. There's a tier system: tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and tier 4. Some of the biggest mistakes I see you guys make is that you guys try to apply for credit or try to apply for like something that's tier 2 or tier 3, and you haven't gone through tier number 1. The other thing, guys, is if you have a 680 and above on all 3 bureaus, you can fast track it. Now, listen to me, y'all, because I have a bunch of y'all on here even that you guys have gone through my 680 program. I've gotten most people between 20 and 80,000. Did you just hear me? I've gotten most people through my 680 program between 20 and 80,000. And guess what happens? Y'all go crazy and y'all just start running with the money and y'all never build business credit. No, big mistake, guys. Even if I fast track it, even if you get some extra money right away because you follow the steps and you got something through Cabbage or Funbox or whatever, you guys still want to go back and build business credit. Because think about it. I need you guys to follow me real quick. I'm very much an educator and a teacher. My goal is always to empower you guys, okay? If you have a 700 credit score, if you have an 800 credit score, did you get there with one account? Did you get there with 2 accounts? No, you guys have had 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 different accounts, to get to a 700, 800 score. Think about your business the same way. You want to have a bunch of different trade lines. So the goal is that eventually the entity can stand on its own, right? And you won't have to use your personal credit anymore. So write down a goal. So number 1, you want to go through tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and tier 4. There is a process. That's number 1. Number 2, set a goal to have at least 15. How many, Terry? 15. Look, 10, 5. Trade lines reporting. Okay, I recommend to all of you guys. I have a whole video on DUNS. If you don't understand what that is, I have a whole video on NAV. Guys, get the NAV Business Booster account. And guess what? I'm not an affiliate for NAV. I'm literally just recommending. I need to, somebody, look, one of my elite 10 people send me an email. So I need to be an affiliate for them because I talk about them all the time. Maybe I got to set that up. Let me write myself a note. Look, I'm missing some coins. But guys, the reason why I say that is because if you're building business credit, you want to track it. Don't have 19 accounts and you're like, I have 19 accounts and none of them are on your business credit reports, but you've just wasted your time. So part of having success, part of strategy is monitoring it while you're doing it. So get the Business Boost account through NAV because it will give you all 3 business bureaus, guys. It will give you 2 of your personal reports, and it will monitor while you're going along, and it will give you a trade line. Did y'all? This is a new product. I think they've only had it, I don't know, maybe like a year, maybe 2, that they'll actually give you a trade line also. You'll pay for it every single month. I think it's like $20, $30. You don't need the great big one, guys. I think there's one for like, I don't know, like $70, $80, $150. You don't need that one. You just want the one that's going to monitor your business, give you the personal, and report to the business credit bureaus, okay? It is a monthly fee, but you're actually paying for monitoring. It's smart because you need monitoring, so you might as well get business credit for it and monitor. Real quick nugget right here, guys, for your vendor accounts. You don't need to use them every single a month. Guys, you get a vendor account, you may make sure it reports, and you're done. That just freed somebody. Y'all got to watch the net 30 accounts and the vendor accounts. So hold on, I'm gonna try and go back to y'all questions. Let me get through the information and then I'll open it up for Q&A. Is that okay for you guys? Still put it in the comments. I think I'm kind of getting the hang of this a little bit. So I'll hang on here for you guys. But guys, so you're using net accounts and vendor accounts. Listen to me, because some of you guys are like, well, I already know that. No, y'all don't, because that's why you don't have the scores that you need, okay? So you want to have a goal of an 80 Paydex and at least an 80 and above IntelliScore, right? The IntelliScore is your Experian business score. Your Paydex is your Dun & Bradstreet business score, guys. Set a goal. I'm telling you guys, real game. Have 10 and 15 accounts on your reports. Have at least 4 trade lines, guys, to get to your Paydex or to your IntelliScore. Now, another reason why you guys are missing this is because guess what? I'm about to say it, and y'all gonna be mad, but I don't make the rules. Most of these business credit lenders do not report to all 3 business credit bureaus. That's where you guys are missing it. So you guys are like, I have 20 accounts. Well, Dun & Bradstreet has 2, Experian has 15, and Equifax has 1. So that means your one bureau is super high, but then everybody you're applying with is checking Dun & Bradstreet, and Dun & Bradstreet only has 2. Guys, it's nothing like personal credit. Personal credit is super, super regulated. Everything is very, very streamlined. Business credit is not. So when you're applying with the vendors, ask them, what bureau do you report to? You really want to have like 10. Oh, you have a 92 IntelliScore. Who's that? Jade. Congratulations, Jade, on your 92 IntelliScore. Yes, guys. So this is where some of you guys are missing it because they're not reporting to all 3. Everything you know about personal credit, throw it out the window for business credit. It's completely different. That's why y'all do need to be in Credit Leverage Lifestyle or my Business Credit Builder program or do a strategy session so I can deep dive into your own stuff. But guys, it's completely different. So ask them. Nugget right here. When you have a Net 30 account or a vendor account, pick up the phone. I want you guys to be empowered and say, what bureau do you report to? We report to Dun & Bradstreet. Okay, how much do you need for me to spend to report to Dun & Bradstreet? We need you to do 2 orders of $100. Some of you guys have done 1 order of 50, and then you're wondering why it's not reporting. Guys, the vendors for Net 30, for Net 50, 60, whatever it is, all the vendor accounts, all the lenders have a different criteria. So that you're not overwhelmed, make a list. Look, I'm old school, y'all. Like, I'm in my 40s. I'm over 40, okay? So I'm old school. So write down a list of all your vendors and then write down, right? This is how you get the big money, Judith, is having these vendors actually report. Because a lot of you guys have vendors that don't report, or you have not done, you haven't overcome the barrier for them to report to the bureaus. You like ordered something, but not enough for them to report. The other thing you guys are missing here is some real stuff, is that they don't report immediately. A lot of times it takes between 30, 60, and 90 days for the vendors to report. So mistake, you guys are getting 15 vendor accounts and then you're applying for a $50,000 line of credit next week. No, y'all, just like with personal, you have to do the work and wait for it to actually report. Okay, guys. So for your tier 1 accounts, please understand this. For tier 1 guys, they don't care about your personal credit. You could be a 400. Your tier 1 accounts are like your vendor accounts or your Net 30 guys. And when you're applying for the account, you're hitting invoice me. So I'll use Granger as an example. So if you guys get an account with Granger, when you put a bunch of items in your cart, right, and it could be, cleaning supplies or whatever, some, trash cans or whatever it is. Let me do a real quick nugget right here. Stop contacting me and saying, I can't buy nothing with these vendor accounts. I can't use them. Guys, Granger has cleaning supplies, vacuums, trash cans. Who can't use that? Especially my real estate investors. Y'all are tripping. Am I allowed to say that on YouTube, y'all? Oh, my first live gonna be deleted. Guys, y'all are tripping because I literally have used my Granger account for like stuff for the properties, for sump pumps, for vacuums, for industrial sized trash bags. Like, guys, use your vendor accounts for things you can use in your house, for your business, for your church, for your school. Guess what? I said this to somebody else. I'm gonna say it to you guys. My Granger account. Y'all remember when COVID-19 first hit, right? You couldn't get any soap. You couldn't get any Lysol. You couldn't get any Kleenex. You couldn't get anything from anywhere. Well, I had a vendor account. I was a business. Y'all remember y'all would go into to Amazon and stuff like that and try to order things. They would say only for hospitals and businesses and all those things. Well, while everybody else was out in these streets fighting, rioting because they didn't have hand sanitizer and soap, I was able to order cases of Lysol, sanitizer, soap, all those things with my business credit vendor account. Come on, somebody. And then I gave some of those things away to like people that needed them and everything. But because I was a business and it was industrial and it was bulk, so you can't tell me you can't use it. Guys, just pick a vendor account that you can actually use. That way you're not wasting your money. I'm not big on you wasting your money. I didn't say you need 20 million accounts. Okay, guys, I have a video on my business credit building playlist that says tier 1, 2, and 3 accounts. And I list some of the companies in there. Action item, right? I'm giving you action items throughout this webinar so you don't just come out of this like, what do I do now? Go to the different actual vendors, see which ones you can use, pick 4 or 5 of them and go and apply. Literally, you can build business credit in one day. You're just waiting for it to actually report. Quill does use Net 32. Yes, so guys, so you get items, you put it in your cart, you hit invoice me, and then you enter your business information, and then they're going to send you the actual items, and they're going to send you an invoice. That's what a Net 30 or a vendor account is, okay, guys? And then this is where, remember this, tip, nugget, pay attention. The faster you pay your vendor and net 30 accounts, the higher your business credit score will be. So for a vendor credit, say it's a net 30, don't pay it on the 29th day. Don't pay it on the 27th day. If you have a net 30 account, say the invoice comes on the 5th day, pay it on the 5th. Guys, for business credit, one of the things in the algorithm is how fast, how timely you're actually paying the bill. That's a nugget for somebody, okay? If you have any vendor accounts that you forgot to pay, get some more vendor accounts that actually report, okay? So you want to have, I say you do this, have at least 4 to 5 in tier 1, 4 to 5 in tier 2, 4 to 5 in tier 3, and then you're really done. Because what did I say? 10 to 15 accounts. It's not even that hard. But if you have a 680 and above, you can reach out to a funding team, a fintech company, reach out to me directly, and we can see if we can fast track it for you. That means that, this is another nugget, write this down. If you want to fast track business credit and get some money when your business has not been in business for like 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, 5 years, guys. If you have a 680, look at your revolving trade lines. I'm giving y'all some real stuff. Your revolving trade lines on your personal credit reports. So pull your reports from annualcreditreport.com, or I recommend Credit Check Total. That will give you, this is not for credit repair. This is just for your scores, okay? Go to Credit Check Total, right? And this is where you can get your FICO score from all 3 bureaus, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, your personal, for $1, guys. Download your reports, download the score summary, and then in 3 days or something, you can cancel because it's like a $1. I'm not even sure if I'm supposed to sell this on YouTube. Somebody send me the YouTube rules, but it's the $1 free trial for 7 days. So get what you need, download, and then you cancel because you don't really need that monitoring, right? You just want to see where your FICO scores are. If you're 680 above on all 3 bureaus, that can fast track it, but specifically look at your revolving trade lines. What is revolving? Your credit cards, your lines of credit, but specifically your credit cards, guys. They want your personal credit cards to be at least 2 years old, have no late payments, have under 30% utilization, and have a credit limit of at least $2,000. Guys, if you meet that criteria for a couple of cards on your personal credit reports, we've been able to get people 10, 15, 20, 30, $80,000 worth of business credit or high limit cash credit cards like that. Like that. So guys, set a goal. If you go to your personal credit reports and everything is authorized, no, and I don't know who's all on this live, but all my credit repair people, y'all doing shady stuff, and everybody who's on here who's paying for credit repair, stop it and stop it right now. And guess what? I'm a credit repair, technically a credit repair, like could be technically called a credit repair company, and I'm telling you guys, don't actually do that. Why? Because they're not going to multiply authorized accounts. They want to look at your primary accounts. So you're spending $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 on these authorized trade lines when you would have done better just having your own account or a secured card and building that up. So action item, pull your reports, look at your scores, look at your revolving trade lines. If you have credit limits that are like $500, $1,000, $1,100, call them. Make it an action item. Okay, I have 3 credit cards. They're all $500. My goal is to get them to $2,000. Everybody in Elite 10 knows I'm very strategic. Set the goal, break down the steps, execute. Write that down. Set the goal, write down the steps, execute. Okay, guys? So then you're calling them. Maybe Monday you call Discover, Tuesday you call Capital One, Wednesday you call, I don't know who you have, Credit One, okay? This is where, that way you're not overwhelmed. Do 1 credit task a day. That way you're having momentum. That way you're having results. That way you're getting things done without being overwhelmed. And say, hey, I've had this card for 2 years. I've never been late. I want to know if I'm eligible for a credit limit increase. Only if it's a soft inquiry, guys. If it's a soft inquiry, go for it. If it's a hard inquiry, it's not really worth it for you at this time. Just go ahead and chill for a minute and go to the very next card. If you have 5 credit cards and 2 giving you a credit limit increase, you may have enough that you need right then and there. So the tier 1 accounts are vendor accounts and net 30s. Tier 2 accounts, guys, are like your retail cards, your fleet cards. Look, is this helping somebody? Like, y'all, I'm high. I didn't. My first line. Is this helping somebody? Because I'm breaking down the rules that I'm not like, y'all know how. Am I supposed to do this? I'm about to say something on here. Like, y'all know how these business credit webinars be, these videos be. They'd be like, have a business, get business credit. And then when you get business credit, you can buy a car. You've built business credit. What in the what? No information at all. Like, y'all know how these videos be. I don't do that. Like, they'd be like, you can get a house. You can get $100,000 in business credit. And then they'd be like, have a business and have a vendor account. Ciao. So listen, so get the tier 1 account. So the tier 2 accounts, guys, are like retail cards, right? So like Staples, Amazon, Walmart, even like Costco, some of the fleet cards, guys, are tier 2. So you don't want to, some of you guys are going for like the Costco's and for the Staples first without having the vendor accounts. Fortify vendor, then go on. Yes, it's helping, right? And then thank you. And then you go on to your tier 2, which is like the retail cards and the fleet cards. Then you go on to tier 3, which is like your cash credit cards. I'll make it fun. Thank you. Like your cash credit cards and so forth, right? And then when you go into tier 4, that's when you're getting things like your car and stuff in your business's name, like I've done multiple times. Now, guys, let me do a real quick recap because this is one of the things that a lot of you guys are missing. Don't just say, can you use business credit to buy real estate or make real estate real family? Absolutely. But guys, this is where the good example. Thank you so much for what, Cornelius? So thank you so much for your question. So guys, when he's saying, can you use business credit for real estate? Guys, do you understand how that's a good question? I'm going to break it down. So look, I'm going to teach you. This is an education point, okay? Is that don't just say business credit for real estate. For what? What do you need it for? Is it for the down payment? Is it for the renovations? Is it to purchase it? Is it just for the fixtures and all of those things? Because yes, you can, but it's going to depend on the type of credit you need and how much you need. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. You don't go from having no business credit at all to getting a $300,000 mortgage pre-approval in your business's name. It doesn't happen. But can you get $20,000 to $30,000 to $50,000 in high limit cash credit cards? Yes. In a line of credit? Yes. In a term loan? Yes. Right? But I will say this, Cornelius. So say you want $20,000 in business credit for a down payment. Can it happen? 1,000%. I helped a bunch of people do that. But always remember, everybody on here, and I don't talk fluff. I don't even know how to be real. Like, God blesses me for being honest with you guys and not doing all these videos just to get a bunch of likes, but actually educating you guys. If you get $20,000 in business credit for your down payment, I want you to follow me. You have to pay that money back right away. So make sure if you got a term loan for $20,000 and the payment is $700 a month and you're using it for a real estate down payment, I know because I'm an investor. If you're putting $20,000 down, you need time to get the property, look for the property, put the money down, renovate it, get tenants in there or flip it or whatever. That could be anywhere between a 6 to 13 month process. Say you're doing it for hard money. Hard money loans are 6 to 13 months, right? So I need you, Cornelius, then to be responsible enough to say, okay, I got $20,000 to help me put down on my hard money loan for my real estate, but I'm going to make sure that I have 12 to 13 months worth of that payment in the bank in advance because it's going to take some time for that property, come on somebody, to be income producing. This is one of the things you guys are missing. Like, I want a $100,000 line of credit, but you have no way to pay it back. Put it into something that's going to be income producing, or at least make sure you can cover the payments until your thing becomes income producing. Okay, guys, because I'm going to just say this. Don't default on no business credit. It is not like, don't think you're going to write a bunch of letters and make a bunch of phone calls. You're going to be blackballed. It's curtains. Do not default on no business credit. Another hack I teach in Credit Leverage Lifestyle, guys. My Credit Leverage Lifestyle course, I teach strategy too. So I give you the videos to learn and break it down, but I do live Q&As and I also do live workshops and teach a lot of high-level strategy, right? You guys have the credit. Now, what do you actually need to use it for? So guys, if you get, thank you, Camille. So if you get, the hair is hot right now though, child, with these bangs, child. So I'll wrap up. I'll wrap this up and then I'll take some questions, guys. So for if you guys get a $10,000 line of credit, okay, follow me. Some of you guys just take the whole $10,000, spend the whole $10,000, and you didn't put it into anything that's going to be income producing right away. Does that help, Cornelius? Look, I just give you guys the real stuff. Do not default. Yeah, do not default on no business credit. So you got $10,000. You guys will use $10,000. Well, now right away, guys, some of these lines of credit, this is a nugget here. Business credit can be paid back weekly, daily, monthly, bi-weekly. Did you hear me? So some of you guys are getting lines of credit, not realizing the payment terms is every single week. Make sure you understand. This is a nugget for any business credit you get. Make sure you understand, is it a credit card or a charge card? And what are the terms if you get a loan or a line of credit? Is it daily paybacks, weekly paybacks, bi-weekly paybacks, or monthly paybacks? Okay. If you get a $10,000 line of credit, you guys can draw the whole $10,000. A hack that I tell the people in Credit Leverage Lifestyle, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say this either, so y'all, we will see if they repost this live or if I get in trouble. But a hack is that I'll tell you guys to use $5,000 of it, right? And then keep the other $5,000 sitting in the bank. You don't touch it at all. You drew it, and it's sitting in the bank. You're using the $5,000 to build your business, to get a car, put on Turo for down payment money, to pay off high limit cash stuff on your personal credit, to build your personal credit score so you can qualify for more things, guys. And then the payments are coming out of what? The other $5,000 you have sitting in the bank account. Come on, somebody, you're using the line of credit to pay the line of credit. And then guess what happens? Then the lender says, oh, you have timely payments. Would you like an increase? And you're like, I'm so glad that you asked. I sure would. Guys, this is where with business credit, another nugget, just get your foot in the door. Some of you guys are getting like a credit card for $1,000, a line of credit for $2,000, a business loan for like $3,000. And then you guys are like, that's not enough money. I can't use that. Guys, business credit increases super, super fast. Where I've seen people get increases every 30 days, every 90 days, or smart. Thank you so much. A smart strategy. Every like 90 days, every 6 months. If this is helping you, put in the comments. Thank you. Put in the comments. This is helping. So I know you're still out there. So guys, it increases very quickly. So your goal as a new entity is just get your foot in the door with the business credit lenders, and then let it start to increase very, very, very quickly. Okay. Hey, Moneymakers TV. Okay, guys. So let's recap. A couple of things I want you guys to understand. You must do the fundability and credibility piece first. That's what makes you look like a credible business on paper to build faster. That's a nugget. The second thing is that if you have a 680 or above credit score, you can reach out to me directly. A lot of times if you watch some of my videos, you'll qualify for some of the financing. You can fast track getting some money right away, but you still need to build business credit on the back end because your goal is to actually have the entity stand on its own. Okay, guys, so still build the business credit. Nugget number 3, guys, is that I really want you guys to define how much business credit you need and what you need it for. So I just said about somebody in Elite 10, Leah. I don't think she's on here. Look, I'll be saying people's names. I ain't saying her last name. You talking about me on YouTube. Leah, right? Real quick, I need you guys to follow me. So she was like, I want a line of credit. So I said, well, what do you want a line of credit for, Leah? She said, I want it for a car to put on Turo. So I said to her, follow me. This is strategy, guys. I said to her, okay, you can get a business line of credit to buy a car. However, a business line of credit is unsecured revolving financing. It's the hardest one to get. Your goal was to get a car. So I said, be open to having a high limit cash credit card, a term loan, a business auto loan, a business equipment financing, or a business line of credit, because there's more than one way to get to the goal. So guys, define how much money do you need. I need $20,000. Well, maybe you didn't get a $20,000 business line of credit, but you did get a $20,000 term loan. You did get 2 credit cards for $20,000 each. You did get $25,000 in equipment financing. Well, that's a little bit easier to qualify for. You still got the money to get to the goal that you actually need. Come on, somebody. So what I need for all of you out there is to be more strategic, be more open. That's why I teach business credit a separate way. It's how much credit do I need? What do I need it for? And what are my business credit options, right? And so, so define what it is and be open to other things. If you already have an entity established, go back and make sure it matches everywhere. This is big. I know it can be tedious. Do the Secretary of State one day, your DUNS one day, your EIN one day, your business bank accounts one day. Cash App is not a business bank account. Cash App is not a business bank account. Venmo or whatever those things called, guys, you need a real business bank account. Now, can you accept money through like Cash App for your business? Yes, but then have it linked to your business bank account. You cannot ask a lender for $100,000, $50,000 line of credit or a business auto loan and you don't have a business bank account. Another nugget here, guys. A lot of you guys want to go to like these big banks, like the Chases, the Bank of Americas, like all those things. And I believe it was, and somebody checked me in the comments. Chase had like a $2,000. Hey, Catherine. Somebody had a $2,000. I see Judith on here, Elite 10. I see Catherine on here, Elite 10. Guys, my Elite 10 group coaching. So we go hard in Elite 10 group coaching, and we have a private Facebook group. So it's ongoing support. Did you hear me? Ongoing support. All right, so some people use these big banks and they'll have like a $2,000 minimum payment, like minimum balance for your bank account. And you guys are like, well, I can't do that. Well, guys, then don't use that bank. I use Citizens as one of my banks. I always tell you guys, another nugget, guys, is have a big level bank, a mid-sized bank, and then have like a credit union, right? Because you use them at different times for different things. So if Chase wants you to have $2,000 minimum balance, and that's not feasible for you, but PNC, BB&T, KeyBank has a business checking account where the minimum balance is $100. Come on, somebody. Sometimes some of you guys are not executing these steps because you're using the wrong lenders. Okay, so make sure you have your business bank account. Make sure everything matches everywhere. If it doesn't match, just correct it. Pick one thing at a time. Do your tier accounts. Make sure they're reporting. Use NAV to make sure that they're actually reporting. If something is not reporting, pick up the phone and call them and ask them what they actually need to report. Also, make sure your information matches, because what I've seen is that they have some information for you. Your information has changed. They reported one thing. That's why it's not translating, guys, to your business credit reports, because the information doesn't match. So that's why you're not getting credit for it. So go back and make sure it actually all matches.